Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It is your boy NCSO7 here, welcoming you to Bubsy 4D. Yeah, I'm gonna actually be doing the entire game, so yeah, I'm gonna just start a new save file. Now, I've already played through this game before, but I figured, you know what, I'll stream it one time on here. Wait for this thing to load.
Camcorder? Where'd you find that?
Probably from an archaeological dig site.
Hey, I'm not that old. Am I?
Have you ever worn that before?
Whoa, brilliant idea.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
How about
This game knows what they're doing.
no one? The Woolies are back! Ugh, again? Aren't they tired of this?
Okay, who are they again? Well, I guess they're doing this stuff. Doesn't even seem that bad if you ask me.
Perhaps they thought it wiser. Either way, not my problem. And will you turn that thing off already?
We're back live.
Oh, they're back! Ouch! I really should start locking my door at this rate.
Who's back? The Woolies.
Why wouldn't you lock your door anyways?
Oh, what the? They call themselves back.
What are Baba? Who cares?
Oh my god.
Well, maybe we
Just
should care.
one moment.
The Golden Fleece! Let's go after them! Oh, I don't...
We don't care. Come on, let's. Oh, is this the stop button?
Oh. Bubsy, stop lazing about and... Hmm? Huh? VR? What happened to good old CRT gaming? Ugh.
Okay, I'm really sorry about that, people. My mom was calling me because... What the hell? Okay, I hope this is working. Okay, I think we should be good. Okay, we're back. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry about that. My mom called me because she wanted to get a chair, and instead of texting me, she decided to call me. But yeah, we're gonna play through the whole game today. It's not a long game, which is why I was like, we can do this in one stream. I want us to do this first, so I'm going to try and run through this as fast as I can. Yeah, anyways, hopefully you all... Oh, shit. Or hopefully you all are doing well today. I have definitely had a day. It's been very interesting, but I'll get into... There we go. I'll get to that in a little bit, because obviously we have the Nintendo Direct I need to talk about. But, yeah. Anyway, and honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of feel more like talking about that as opposed to this game, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I'll probably bitch about it for most of the stream, so, yeah. And, if you guys are watching this later in the future, Nintendo Direct happened earlier today, June 9th. And let's just say I've got some opinions about it that I think are going to make people mad. People are going to be like, oh, wow, you don't like anything. But I'm used to that. But hopefully this shouldn't take me more than 3 hours, I'm hoping. But yeah, this is basically just like a tutorial stage, so just rush through this. But yeah, to think I'd be playing a Bubsy game, but I've actually already played through this game, and it's actually pretty good, actually. Like, it's actually really fun. There we go. Okay, I think we're good in terms of the, whatchamacallit? The, what is it? In terms of audio, I think we should be good. Just need to keep an eye on it every now and then. I am going to probably, like, blow through these cutscenes real quickly, though, because, I mean, basically these guys are just doing some bad things, and, we don't want that happening. I love how Bubsy doesn't even want to do it. Honestly, I can sort of understand you. But anyways, let's get to the actual first stage of the game. Now, obviously, this is not going to be 100% because I'm not doing that. Hell no. Also, I'm doing this normal. There's like a 9 lives option as well, where you have like 9 lives. Or not even 9 lives, you get 9 hits for the whole game, and if you lose all of them, you get, you have to start over. Not doing that, but, I'm gonna try to get a decent amount of these collectibles right here, these little like purple pellet thingies that you can get. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I do want to talk about Bubsy 4D, I'm not gonna lie. My hate boner is kind of strong right now. Well, okay, I don't want to say hate boner, but like my disappointment boner is immeasurable. And I want to talk about that Nintendo Direct. Don't worry, I am going to be talking about it. Okay, good to get that. Yeah, these like fuzzy little wool things. Jesus, get up. Those woolly things are actually used for getting skins in the game, which are actually really cool because there's actually some really cool skins in this game. But yeah, that Nintendo Direct, man, I know a lot of people are trying to act like it's amazing, and it's like, oh my god, we got like Kingdom Hearts 4 and all that jazz. Okay, listen, Kingdom Hearts 4 was definitely really cool to see, but they could have also shown that in any of the other, like, showcase presentations that they've had this entire week. Like, they could have showed that in the State of Play. They could have showed that in the Xbox showcase or whatever. Like, they could have shown it anywhere else. But they showed it in the Nintendo Direct because Nintendo didn't have anything. I will talk about that other stuff in a little bit, but I just give me a moment to get through this Nintendo Direct BS. So, okay, the Nintendo Direct, usually they have a strong opener for the Direct, right? No, they just show more Rhythm Heaven, a game that we already knew about. I mean, to be fair, we didn't know much about the game because Nintendo decided to announce it way too early and then went radio silent on the game for a very long time. I don't know why they did that. That was a terrible idea, in my opinion, because it basically meant that it was just really weird. But then they opened the Direct with it, and it's like, instead of a new game reveal, it's just some more Rhythm Heaven. I mean, cool, I am going to get Rhythm Heaven, because I do want to give it a shot, but at the same time, it's like, this is how you're going to open the Direct? They could have had that in the middle of the Direct. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. But then, and it takes like a while, we finally get some news about Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, which I will not deny. That game looks really good. I'm very excited to see what that game is going to be like. Very glad to have a release date, even though it's the same day as Wolverine. I'll take it. I'm very glad that the game looks good. I don't know. Oh yeah, also there's these collectibles here. These help you get more skills and stuff like that, but I really do... Oh, I guess they're gone. I think the game looks good. I'm really excited to see what that game can be like. They also showed a lot of stuff regarding Xenoblade. They showed that the first 3 games, well, technically 1, 2, and 3, they're going to be coming to Switch 2, and they're going to be getting 60 FPS ports, which it's good to see that Xenoblade games are going to be getting like better versions of their games, because those games run like piss on the original Switch. So it is cool that those games are getting like some of those like Switch 2 versions, even though it really just feels like they're just trying to pad out releases on the Switch 2 by just re-releasing a lot of Switch 1 games, which I initially, when they were doing the whole Switch 2 edition thing, I didn't think it would be such a big deal, but now that they're doing it like a lot, I'm really not pleased with it, in all honesty. It's starting to feel really lazy to me, just like, instead of releasing new games, just keep releasing the same old games. But they did have Xenoblade Genesis, which is a brand new Xenoblade game being specifically made for Switch 2, which I'm not a Xenoblade person, but I will say it was cool to see that. Ugh. I will say, I do like that Bubsy actually has, like, it's clear that he's aged. I do like that.
And definitely. Just let us know what you need, Uncle.
Okay, I'm not gonna pay attention to that. We're just gonna go jump right into the next stage. But yeah, I'm not even a Xenoblade person, but I did, like, it was at least cool to see that they're getting some good stuff, And then, after Xenoblade Genesis, which actually did look really good, I guess Nintendo decided to be stupid, because then they revealed Switch Sports Resort, a sequel to Switch Sports, that Switch game that everybody loved. I have no idea why Nintendo made this, and I have no idea why they spent so much time on it too. I'm gonna be honest. Switch Sports Resort looks awful. I'm just gonna say it. It looks awful. Why in the hell did they make a sequel to this game? Like, okay, I'm assuming it's because the original Switch Sports sold well enough to warrant a sequel, but it's still ridiculous, if you ask me. Why did that? Why? Like, you know what, though? And especially, like, the whole part where, like, Koizumi is doing the whole, like, thumb wrestling thing. You know what? That is one of the most Nintendo things to do, honestly. It really does feel like Nintendo to make a sequel to a game nobody asked for. Which was really annoying. Because, that could have been that could have been a 3D Mario reveal, but, no, it's a sequel to a game that a lot of people don't like, and it looks like more of the same. Why would I play that when I could just play Wii Sports Resort instead? Just saying. You know what? I need to get myself something to drink.
Is it snack time? Oh, this game's a real grueler for you, huh?
Alright, there is a Messiah. Got some, oh man, delicious ass Fanta to get me through this. But, excuse me. Okay, I need to watch for where the pipe thing is, because there's one right there. But, yeah, Search Sports Resort looks awful. Like, just awful. But they did make some cool third-party announcements. They did say that Metaphor ReFantazio is coming to Switch 2, and Kingdom Hearts 4 actually got gameplay revealed, and it was announced to be coming to Switch 2 at the same time as all other platforms, which I will definitely say was really cool, even though I'm not really the biggest Kingdom Hearts person. I mean, I haven't played many of the games yet. I haven't played any of the games so far. Well, actually, I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 3, but I did get one of the collections not that long ago that I do want to play some of, but that was cool. But I think I also am kind of like, okay, really cool and really big power move to announce that coming to Switch 2 at the same time as all other versions, but they could have shown that in any of the other gaming presentations that were held earlier this week, and that would have worked well, and just had a mention of it in the Nintendo Direct. But unfortunately, Nintendo didn't really have any games at all for the Nintendo Direct. It was basically just a bunch of third-party stuff and follow-ups on games that we already knew about. Speaking of which, Splatoon Raiders, why did they show it? They even said in the Direct that they were going to have a direct focus on Splatoon Raiders later this month. Why the hell did you put it in the Direct? I really hate when Nintendo just wastes your time with stuff. And they also had Pokopia DLC. I literally couldn't care less. No. There we go. Thank you. I didn't want to do that. But yeah, they like, I hate when they waste time and shit like that in Nintendo Directs, but they did show that stuff. And then they ended it with Ocarina of Time Remake. The same Ocarina of Time remake that was leaked months ago. Yeah, and guess what? And guess what they did to show the game off? They showed nothing. They literally just, they showed like a mural that, I don't know why Zelda games are obsessed with those, because that's what they did with Tears of the Kingdom when they were revealing that. A very brief look at young Link, and that's it. No! Oh god, no. No. I hate this. I hate this so much. God damn it. Okay, let's... Wait, what the hell? I don't even need that. Never mind. Good lord, I'm already failing. Okay, I'm gonna just sit still. But I don't know. And it's like, okay, I understand that if the Ocarina of... And some people, I was reading on Reddit that some people were saying, like, if the Ocarina of Time remake wasn't leaked, then more people would be excited for it. I'm going to be honest, even if the Ocarina of Time remake wasn't leaked, I would have still been pretty underwhelmed by it, because they didn't show anything! No gameplay, and they still say, oh, it's coming 2026. Like... it's June 9th. It's June 9th. Like, there's not a lot of time. Like, there's not a lot of time left in the year for this stuff. Like, and with them saying that they were going to have a bunch of Treehouse stuff, I was expecting them to actually have a lot of gameplay of Ocarina of Time remake and actually, like, show it in the Treehouse, like, extensively. Same with Fortune's Weave. I don't even think they had Fortune's Weave in the Treehouse like gameplay, which was really disappointing, because that would have been cool to find out. I would have been cool to see more actual gameplay, but no. it was just really disappointing. And you know what also was really disappointing is that alone would have been pretty disappointing. But guess what? The English Direct was robbed. The Japanese Direct had an exclusive announcement that Toho embodiment of Scarlet Devil is getting remade for Switch and Switch 2. Why the fuck was that not shown in the English Direct? It's not even like it's only releasing. I'm not talking to him, by the way. It's not even like it's not even like it's exclusively coming out in Japan. They're doing like the embodiment of Scarlet Devil remake in like a bunch of different languages, including English. They just decided to not show it in the English Direct. Why? Why didn't they show it in the English Direct? That was the only thing that I was genuinely excited about in the entire thing. And it's just an HD port of an older game. I wasn't talking to you, Xander. Oh man, he's got some energy in him. And it was so dumb, like, why didn't they show that in the English Direct? That was so cool, and it's literally just an older game, like, once again, but at least it's a game that I wouldn't have expected. But dude, I'm actually like really excited for it. And I want to pre-order it as soon as I can, honestly. And maybe also get a copy for Jackson as well, potentially, for his birthday or whatever. I don't know if I'll do that. I don't know. He probably won't watch this anyway, so I don't know. But, man, that was cool. And they didn't even show it in the Nintendo Direct. They showed it in the Japanese one, which was really depressing to me. Because I found out about it, like, right after, and then I was just like, well, why didn't we get this? It would have been so much better than what the hell we got. But, whatever. I am very happy that that's happening. I wish it would have been a collection of Toho games. I think that would be way cooler, but you know what? I will take whatever I can in these instances. And it is really cool that we actually will, because I have always thought that the Toho games would be much better on a handheld console. I just think those games are way more tailored to that kind of game, like that kind of platform. So it is very cool to see that it's actually finally happening, and I'm really hoping we can see Perfect Cherry Blossom and Imperishable Night happen as well. Also, for the record, I will stream Imperishable Night soon, and as well as some other Toho games. Just please bear with me. I will eventually get to those. Well, I tried to jump there. But yeah, I don't know. The Nintendo Direct was just a mess, honestly. I know you can't get your expectations too high. I fully am aware of that, but I was pretty disappointed by it. I feel like if you weren't a fan of Japanese games or anime, this Direct would have been pretty disappointing, honestly, but that's how I feel about it. I don't know. Honestly, I would arguably say it's the worst Direct that I've seen so far. Literally, the only things that were cool, that were really that cool, was Kingdom Hearts 4 and Xenoblade. And the news on Fortune's Weave. But even that could have been saved for, like, they could have had that anywhere else. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, if you guys enjoyed the Nintendo Direct, then more power to you. Like, I'm glad you were able to get enjoyment. But in my personal opinion, it was a waste of time, and honestly, they could have just had this been a partner showcase. And at least then I wouldn't have complained too much about the lack of first-party games. Like, people were complaining that there wasn't a 3D Mario, and they don't show it. And well, they have an Ocarina of Time remake, but I guess they didn't want to show it for some reason. They were just like, oh, we'll just throw a mural and then a logo. How about that? You know, despite the fact that it was leaked a while back. They could have at least showed gameplay, or at least more about what the game would actually look like. Even if it was just animated cutscenes, it would have been way more charming to look at than just logo and a very brief shot of young Link. Like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't do anything for me. Alright, you don't actually need to do that, but still. I was just disappointed by the direct. At least we have freaking, Toho. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't have just shown that in the English direct. That would have actually improved my thoughts on it, but I mean, I guess they just wanted to make it the most lopsided thing ever, but whatever. Okay. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed by it. I'm very glad that we're having a Toho 6 remake, but even then, the fact that it's an older game isn't nearly as exciting. I don't know. I'm okay. Okay, I do take that back. It is very exciting, but I would have been, whoa. There we go. But I feel like the fact that they could have had it been a collection too. It would have been really nice to have a collection of a bunch of Toho games, like they could have had, including Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. They could have had Perfect Cherry Blossom as well as Imperishable Night. I think that would have been cool. They could have had like a triple collection. That would have been awesome. But I don't know. And they'll probably, depending on how well the Scarlet Devil remake does. I mean, to be fair, I say remake, but it's more of just like a HD port. Like, it's kind of like one of those remastered like ports you would see back in like the PS3 days. But instead, they don't even bother with putting multiple games. It's just one game. But they are apparently doing some stuff like unlimited lives and stuff like that, which honestly, like, I think it's good for getting some people more used to the games, because the games are pretty difficult, to be fair. But honestly, like, speaking though, I don't know. I just always felt like 6, 7, and 8, like Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, Perfect Cherry Blossom, and Imperishable Night are not available on digital. Were not available on digital storefronts. So actually having the games, like, well, if they were to potentially do 7 and 8, it would be really cool to see them finally get their way onto digital storefronts. That way you can actually, like, legally get the games. Because, don't tell anybody, but I stole those games because they're not available on digital storefronts. And they are ridiculously expensive. They have really poor shipping if you get them on, like, some Japanese website. I'm sorry. I don't feel like paying, like, $70 for shipping. It's just not worth it. But I am very happy to see that those are happening at the very least. It does make me happy to see, like, that. I really did not expect that to be even a thing, but I don't know. I'm really happy. I'm happy it's also getting an English release. I was actually worried at first that it would just be a Japanese release, and I was like, really? Like, I mean, I'll still get it, but it's like, man. And Toho 6 was the only game I could not get the English ROM to, or the English translation to work on my PC. I couldn't get it to work with that game. I was able to get it to work with the other games, but not 6. So, you know, that's great. But it is really, I am very happy about that, though. That does make me very, very pleased to know that I can play that on a system that I'll actually, like, use a lot more. Like, I mean, yeah, I play my PC, but it's like, it's gotta get the, like, controller and stuff like, it's so much easier. And I'll probably buy it for Jackson. Even though I know Jackson isn't super into Toho games, I'm still probably going to get it for him because, you know, if it's not too expensive, I mean, I don't know. Also, I will probably stream it as well when it comes out. So, yeah. September is going to be stacked with games. Like, I mean, we got, like, fucking, Jesus, we got, like, that Toho 6, like, remake. Then we got Fortune's Weave, and then we've got Wolverine. Like, it's actually pretty good. But then after that, oh god. I mean, there's Rayman Legends Retold. Actually, I guess I could start talking about some of the other stuff. But yeah, I will say this. I guess I'll start talking about some of the other games that were announced as well. Because obviously, there was more than just a Nintendo Direct. There was the State of Play that showed the new God of War game. That's about, god damn it. Whoever... Son of a... okay, that happened. I don't remember what her name is, but they're doing like that new God of War game with like Kratos' wife or whatever that passed, which is really cool. And obviously they showed more Wolverine, which looks really good and bloody. I'm very excited to see what that game is going to be like. What else? Oh yeah, they also showed the Rayman Legends remake they're doing, Retold, which I'm very mixed on it. Yes, I'm... Okay, that was stupid of me. Like, okay, it is very obvious to me that they're putting a lot of effort into it. It's not just a shitty remake. Like, it does feel like there actually is effort put into it. However, it's an unnecessary remake. Rayman Legends is on every game console ever made. I'm pretty sure you can get Rayman Legends on the Atari 2600. Like, it's on every game console ever. And it's usually very cheap. So, and I am aware that Legends Retold is, I believe, $40. And it does include a remaster of Rayman Origins, which is cool, but at the same time, I also am thinking, why not make a new Rayman game? That would have been way cooler, but I guess not. I don't know. I at least appreciate that that effort is going into it, but at the same time, come on, this is ridiculous. Besides, it's a Ubisoft game. It's going to go on sale eventually, so I will probably just get the game when it goes on sale. Like, I just wait until then. But they did also make a lot of Persona announcements. Persona 4, I don't remember what it's called. Either Rewind or Revival did get a brand new trailer and a lot of screenshots. And a lot of people are gooning to Shadow Chie for some reason. Like, I think, I'm just going to call it right now. I think Chie is going to be the new popular girl in Persona 4. Because people already seem to be gooning to her shadow form for some reason. I don't know how to feel about that. Actually, I do know how to feel. Kind of confused and depressed. But you know what, though? Revival does look really good. And I'm very glad we got a release date for that. I will definitely be playing that. And Persona 6 was announced. Oh, yeah! That was really cool to see get announced. I was very happy to see that. Even though, like, we don't really know much about it, that was so cool. And I really love how dark the trailer is. Like, it really reminds me of the original Persona 5 trailer, where it was just the chairs, and it just makes it seem like it's going to be, like, the most edgy thing ever, and then the game comes out, and it's basically, like, the happiest game ever made. It's going to have a tone similar to this game. Trust me, that's what Persona 6's tone is going to be. Which was really cool to see. Even though we're going to have to wait a lot longer for any news about the game, it does at least make me happy that they finally announced it at the very least. Also the Spyro game as well. They showed a new Spyro game, and it's like actually looks really good. And I think they're getting Tom Kenny to voice Spyro again, which is really cool. That's awesome. Honestly, it makes the release of this game sting less, because I remember when Bubsy 4D was announced, people were like, Crash and Spyro died for this. But it is really cool to know that Spyro... And I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, when, like, the idea of a new Crash game or a new Spyro game, I thought more a Crash game would be more likely. But no, we're actually getting a new Spyro game, which is really cool. And it just reminds me that I need to play the trilogy. I need to get that on PS4. I should have asked that for my birthday instead of Infamous Second Son. Oh well, I can buy it on my own.
Didn't I tell you specifically to...
Excuse me?
You stole them? Time to eat dirt, loser.
Excuse me. Okay, I do want to show something that's really cool. Hold up. I want to show something. Oh. I thought they were going to show... Okay, there's like a death screen. Never mind. Never mind. I was going to show because it was like a death screen that looks really funny. Because when I first played the game, I actually died on this boss fight. And it had like the death screen from Bubsy 3D, which was fucking hilarious. But I guess it's not here. Alright, so that platform opens up, and then we can go Blazer. And we gotta go catch up to her once she does her thingamabob. Oh, really? Oh, I can catch up to you. But, oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. And I forgot what I was even talking about. What game I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about Spyro. But yeah, it's really cool to see that Spyro's getting a new game. I think they also announced like a lot of other stuff too. Like I think a new Castlevania game is being made, which is really cool. I really want to play Castlevania sometime. Like I think that'd be a lot of fun, but those games are hard as fuck. Especially like the NES games. I would be willing to play Super Castlevania 4. So I've heard that game is a little bit easier, but I don't know. But yeah, they've been showing a lot of stuff lately. And you know, it makes this, like, the loss of E3 a little bit easier to swallow because we've had so much announced. Like, even though the Nintendo Direct was kind of a bust, in all honesty, aside from Toho 6 and Fortune's Weave news, even though it was kind of a bust on that front, at least there was a lot of other stuff to get excited about. That does make me very happy to know about that sort of stuff. And like, if GTA 6 allegedly will come out like later this year still, if it's still going to release November 19th and it isn't going to get pushed back into 2027, that's really exciting, honestly. Like, even though I'm very disappointed with Nintendo, there's still stuff to be looking forward to. So I am very happy to see the amount of stuff that was announced this week. Even though the Nintendo Direct was a bust, it did show Toho 6 getting... Wow! It did show Toho 6 getting a... what is it? Getting a proper port to a console that actually makes sense. It was really cool to see. But anyways, get the fuck out of here, man. There we go. That's it. Easy boss. Whew. Yeah.
We did it!
That's it. The game's over.
I'm so glad you managed to.
And no small measure.
You're unimaginable and almost impossible.
Oh. Bully?
To be fair, that's what.
I... Come on.
Oh yeah. That's right.
No, stop it right now.
Why is he upside down?
And I'm sure you are, so what? Enough talk when we meet. That's it. I'm going to die today.
I love that face.
Oblivia, set course.
Come on, man.
Alright. Let's go to the shop, actually.
Time to buy something new.
Let's get some stuff. Do this. Yeah, do this. That'll be nice. I guess I'll just do 10th life and then...
Cat is bottomless.
Yes, that's actually good. But we also have a bunch of skins as well, so, let's do it. Yep. We're gonna do this. Look at how, look at how hideous this is. It's just hideous as hell. But anyways, on to the second world of the game. Yeah, and sadly, this game is only 3 worlds long. So there's actually only like 15 stages that you actually go through, which is kind of lame, honestly. And okay, I guess, ow. Now that I've kind of gotten my Nintendo Direct anger juices out, I think it's time I actually start talking more about this game right here. I will say this. I think that this game is really solid, but if there's one thing I can complain about, this game is really short. I really wish there was more. Now, to be fair, the game is only $20, and I actually bought it for even less because they had a digital sale for the game that I made it even cheaper to like 17 bucks, which isn't a big deal, but I do think that this game could have been a lot longer. Even if it was just 2 more worlds of the same thing, that would have been fine with me. I really wish that there was just more. It's just like, that's just how I feel. And honestly, that is a good thing, because it means, like, hey, what is it? I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. I'm not the best with commentating sometimes. Sometimes I just forget what I'm gonna say, and that's really bad. I'm sorry, people. But I do wish the game was longer. Even if it was just more of the same, I would have been completely content with that. But it is what it is. It's not a big deal, but I gotta say, I really love how good this game looks. This game graphically just looks so good. I'm playing on Switch 2 right now, and it just looks amazing, in my opinion. I love the cel-shaded style. I really like the, like, reimagining of Bubsy. Obviously, you can't see it right now because he looks like dog shit, but his new design is just so good. I really love... One thing I especially love is how they actually made Bubsy a little bit older. They actually, like... There's actually some... Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy crap. No, 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 no. Okay. Jesus Christ. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay, we're fine. Yay. I like it when I get my fun stuff. But I love how Bubsy is like he canonically has children. He's an uncle now. He's actually like washed out of his prime if he ever had a prime. I really like that. I think it's really cool. It's really cool to see like some actual continuity. And I kind of wish we would see that in like other game series. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I think it'd be cool to see that in like a Sonic series. Like have the Sonic characters like they don't need to like age or anything like that. But it's like, I don't know, like giving them something like this would be so cool. I'm just saying, like I think it helps give a little bit more story, you know. But I really do like that a lot. I really do like that. I like the humor in the game and the dialogue. I mean, the story isn't amazing, but I do really like the dialogue. And voice acting's also pretty solid. I apparently like Vinny from Vinesauce and Kid Icarus actually voiced some of the characters in this game, which is really cool. But I really love the dialogue in this game. I like how it's obviously very like self-aware sort of stuff, but it feels a lot better here than like saying like the PS4 games where I think they had that, but the PS4 Bubsy games were absolutely awful. Those were bad. Those were so lazy, but this actually like they actually put effort into it, and it's like, you know, I respect that. I think it's really cool to see. I'm gonna just skip those. I can't get everything in this game because I'm not doing the 100%, but I want to at least make a good effort, you know? I want to... Oh, crap. I was wondering where that was. Oh, crap! Alright, try again. Alright, we're almost at the end of the stage. Here we go. Nice. But yeah, I do really enjoy this game. I think the gameplay is just amazing, honestly. I think the gameplay, and that's part of the reason why I wish the game was longer, is because the gameplay in this game is just so smooth. You move so fast in the game. You're able to like do so much stuff. It's just, I really like the gameplay. It's like so smooth, and it's like, that's why I'm almost like they didn't even have to do anything else, and it would be awesome. But you know, It's great. I'm very happy that Bubsy finally got a good game. You know, my boy Jackson the Jackson, he was really asking for a Bubsy game because, you know, dude, bro loves his Bubsy games so much. Like, I try to get him to conceal his power level around other people, but for some reason he can't go. He keeps going on and on about Bubsy, and it's just like, okay, I get it. Like, you love the series, but it's like you don't have to tell us every single time we hang out. I'm obviously telling the truth. I'm not lying out of my teeth, I swear. I am lying out of my teeth. He does that with Pokemon instead. Oh man. But this is a really solid light game, and I'm very glad that developers actually cared when making this game. They actually tried to make something really good, and it worked out. Alright, let's rush through this stuff real quickly. Ow! Look at, what the hell did bro do? Man, we are zooming through this too. To be fair, again, like I said, I mean, if you saw on the title screen, I already have played through this game before. Really fun to play through this game, but yeah, obviously I played this game before, but I really love the gameplay in this game. I really like how fast you can go. I like the skips. It really reminds me of Penny's Big Breakaway, which if you guys have not played that game, it is a great game. It was made by the same team that made Sonic Mania. It's a really solid time.
Police at the end of the path.
And it really reminds me of that game in terms of the gameplay and all that jazz. One thing that's kind of annoying is that
Where we going next?
every time you finish a level, they boot you back to the ship. I wish they didn't do that. Only thing I would maybe say, okay, if there is one complaint I could give, sometimes I feel like the detection for
Must be particular.
when you latch onto something is like when you target pounce onto something. I feel like it could be better in the game, honestly, because there are some times when I was playing the game where I try to target lock onto a target, but then it doesn't work, and that was some poppin'. Huh. But, I wish that there was some, like, better... I wish that the lock-on, like, target stuff was a little bit better in the game, because sometimes I would try to go for something and it wouldn't work, and it was kind of annoying. That's the only complaint I would make about the game, though, honestly. Like, the only thing I would complain about. But yeah, it's really felt solid. The music's good too, even though I didn't really pay that much attention to the music in all honesty, so if it does have one of the best video game soundtracks ever made, and it's better than even like Persona, Final Fantasy, or Toho music, I mean, I apologize for not knowing. I just don't care enough to get all these. It's like I'm only playing this just to beat the game. Ooh, nice. Make a skip right there. I'm so excited to play Environment of Scarlet Devil on Switch 2, though. That's going to be so much fun. Oh, man. That's going to be so awesome. Like, I mean, yeah. And it's going to be nice to just... I really hope we do get... I hope it does mean we'll get more stuff like that in the future. Because, man, I would easily... I mean, I might get it for Jackson, honestly, low-key. Like, I bought him Toho 10 Mountain of Faith for his birthday, and I know he's not the most into these games, but it's like, man, I might have to buy him this, just because it's like, well, hey, it's actually on a platform to play, you know? It's just such a good arcade-like game, you know? Actually, speaking of which, actually, oh, I can talk about this because I haven't actually talked about this stuff in a while because I didn't stream it all last week because last week I was kind of busy with a lot of things and I just was kind of like, I'm going to take this week off from live streaming, so that's why this week you're actually going to get a lot of streams. Oh no, was that enough? Just barely enough. That's what I like about this game, is that you can actually do that sort of stuff. That right there is the markings of a good game. But yeah, last week I was just kind of busy with a lot of other stuff, and I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna just take a break this week. Like, well, last week I meant. And then this week I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff because obviously I'm doing Bubsy right now. But tomorrow I'm gonna be doing the last part of Super Mario 3D World with Jackson. Because it's only going to be a 2-part series, because I think we'll just beat the game tomorrow. And then, yeah, that'll be nice to do. And Thursday, I want to stream Persona 5 Royal again, which will be nice. But, oh yeah, okay. Okay, just boost on these things. Okay, now to actually talk about, the thing I was going to talk about, the games and shows that I've actually been going through lately, because I'll actually start with the shows, because there's actually not a whole lot. I finally got around to finishing going through season 3 of Spy X Family. Really good. I love Spy X Family. It's such a good, like, comfort show. It's not too high level, and it's really funny, too. I do wish the plot would actually move more than an inch, though, because we've still really gotten nowhere with the story. But I do really like that. I like Spy X Family. It's... What happened? What just happened? Did I clip through the floor? I guess. Huh. But, yeah, Spy X Family is just really good. And I recently, last weekend, at work, don't tell anybody this, but I did watch this on some work shifts. I watched Management of a Novice Alchemist, which is on Disney Plus. Well, Hulu as well, I assume. Which is basically it's a 12-episode anime about, like, a novice alchemist and running like an alchemy shop with like some other characters. It's a really cute show, honestly. Like, it's nothing groundbreaking by any means at all. I would say it's pretty whatever in terms of the story, like, but the characters are really fun and enjoyable. The show is just it's really good comfort food. It's a very good comfort anime. I'd say, like, if you just want something to watch that's really nice to watch, I would even say, like, especially, like, if you're a parent and you want, like, something to watch with, like, your kid, it's honestly, like, Management of Novice Alchemist is honestly really, in my opinion, is really good for that. It's, like, it's got some action moments, but it's also, like, it's not overly, like, and it's got some blood in there, to be fair, but it's not overbearing with it. It's something that's like, okay, if I had a kid that was like, I would show him it. And I think it's actually like a pretty solid show. Like, and it's only 12 episodes. It's like you can watch the whole thing in like a weekend. I completely think it's worth it. It's an enjoyable show. Honestly, I'd almost watch it with my mom because my mom doesn't watch much anime. Well, actually, she doesn't watch any. I would probably watch that though because, I think it was a good show. And I do want to watch some more anime as well, obviously, over the summer. That's something I really want to do. But I've been watching that stuff. But in terms of the games I've been going through, recently, I know I've been talking a lot about Toho, but I'm going to talk about Toho a little bit more, I'm sorry. I did recently finally go through Toho's Spell Carnival, which is like one of the unofficial games. It got a physical release on PS5, and I got it a while back, and I actually have a picture frame of some of the characters on my wall, because I really like the art in that game. I am gonna actually make a full YouTube video about it. Like, I've done reviews of Toho 6, 7, and 8 on my main YouTube channel. Shameless plug. You should go check that out if you want to hear me organize my thoughts in a more productive manner. But I want to do that for Toho Spell Carnival because I think it'd be really interesting. Because even though it's not a mainline Toho game, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. Okay, now there's a pipe around here. We can use that to get one of the scrolls, the sunken scrolls from Splatoon. Boink. There it is. You see that? We'll just jump down, actually. We don't even need to do that stuff. But, boink. Yeah, I really, I liked, okay. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Toho Spell Carnival. It was alright. I think the gameplay is kind of, I think everything in the game, I think, could have been better. I think the gameplay, okay, the final boss was a nasty difficulty spike. I hated that. That was stupid. But I did like the gameplay, like, otherwise, even though I'm not really a RTS guy. I still tried to eat it up because I was like, you know what? I wanted to play through the game, and it's like, you know, I want to give it a fair shot. It's like, when you have a frame of artwork of the game on your wall and you haven't even played said game that much, it kind of annoys me, so I was like, okay, we'll do, like, actually play through it. The game looks really good, but I would also say, I don't know, I think it's a solid game. Like, I'll make a more in-depth video on my main YouTube channel about it when the time comes, so, you know, do subscribe to my main YouTube channel for that. I need to calm down a little bit. I also played through Yoshi's Story on the Wii U Virtual Console. Yoshi's Story is on N64, but I played it on the Wii U Virtual Console because I bought it on there. Because of the new Yoshi game that came out, and so I was like, I'll play Yoshi's Story. Honestly, a pretty interesting game, in all honesty. Really interesting, like, good art style, and the structure of the game is very unique. I don't think it's an amazing game by any means, but I think it's definitely, like, solid. But I liked Yoshi's Story. I played through that. Obviously played through this. But what else did I play through? Trying to remember. And then I'll just stick into this road because I don't want to jump back down. I don't remember what else I've played through recently. I'm sorry. Oh, Sonic Rush! Yeah, Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush is dope as hell. You know what's funny is that when I first played Sonic Rush, I actually didn't like it. I actually found it very frustrating, but then I played it through the Blaze, and I was like, holy shit, this game's amazing. Has amazing music, great art style, and the gameplay is also pretty fun too. Like, Sonic Rush is really good. I'm really interested to play Rush Adventure as well if I ever get to that game as well. Holy fuck, no! God damn it, why do you flip on me at that moment? But I will say, that carnival stage in Sonic Rush can suck it. That stage was horrible. Still made it.
How there's a golden fleece at the end of the path. Every single.
Wow. Jesus, I haven't even been I've almost been streaming for an hour, and I've already made it through so much of the game. Holy crap. Like I said, this game isn't very long, which is why I was like, you know, I could probably stream it because, you know, it'll be nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, stop bouncing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really happy that... I don't know. I'm just happy that Toho... I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to be too obsessed about... Oh my... I'm not trying to do this on purpose. It's doing it on its own. Actually, there's enemies we can fight that.
Hey, twerps. Bot detected. Beep boop. Stupid robot.
There we go. Okay, we had to do that. Okay, I actually wondered what that's for, but it's to unlock that. So we actually had to do that. There's a lot. I mean, a lot of these collectibles. Oh my god. Did you see that? It was like this weird glitchy effect. I mean, it might be a visual effect, just like when you're far away or something like that, but even so, it's like, this is a Switch 2 game. How did I get so much air on that? Jesus Christ. I don't know. You know what, though? Like, as much as disappointed as I was with the Direct, seeing Toho and actually seeing a mainline game appear on a Nintendo system as well as my favorite one,
My litter box. Those darn kids.
I like that. And honestly, I would say that Environment Scarlet Devil is my favorite. And, okay, I will say this. I do think Imperishable Night, out of the games that I've played, is honestly the best. I think that that one is the best in the sense of I think it's a great starting point, but I like the characters that were introduced in 206 just a teeny... Okay, that's a glitch. Okay, that's really weird. That's peculiar. I don't know why it's doing that. But I don't know. I like Toho 6 the most, even though I fully understand that the other games are a little bit better. Like, even Toho 7, I think would have better gameplay, but at the same time, it's like, I like the characters that 6 introduced, and I think the music in that game is just... I like it just a teeny tiny little bit more, honestly. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop talking about Toho. I should say that for an Imperishable Night stream, which I don't know. I'll do it one of these nights. Alright, it's time for a boss fight.
I don't like the look of that.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Oh, that's dope.
This is it! It's smashing time!
Alright.
I love smashing things!
Alright. So for this, just be aware of what he does. He's going to do a swipe, make sure you jump across. This boss fight actually is like a little bit, like you do need to pay attention a little bit. And to be fair, it's not like this boss fight's hard, but you do need to pay attention a little bit. Oh crap, here we go. And we can do that. You do need to pay at least a little bit of attention. Oh, barely. I tried to dodge. Game.
Smashing things.
God damn it. No. Okay, good. Okay, one more of those and then we are done. Alright, now he's gonna do this. So we need to actually boost ahead.
I love smashing things. Moving.
I'll keep moving all I want, baby. Destroy that. We're just gonna wait more. Okay, here we go. And then, guess what? Boink.
Oh yeah? That robot of yours sure is, though.
Yep. Alright, that's that. And that's it for the second world of the game. So we only have one world left, actually. So, not a whole lot, actually.
5 yarn balls for a bucket.
5 yarn What are you two?
This is usually the most.
Don't be ridiculous. They wouldn't be. Oh, for crying out loud.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's right. Lovely form, boss.
Yeah.
Nobody cares for it.
You have hurt my You have. Most inexcusable.
Which?
To rid the world of the organic. This is the glorious future. It's only a matter of.
Huh?
What?
Did you just turn it?
Well, yeah.
Ugh.
All right, I'm sick of this look. We need to get this off. Well, actually, let's at least get some more stuff here. I'll just buy some random shit.
You know, I'm not sure, but now this I like. Buy whatever you want.
All right,
This bottomless.
Retro.
Literally.
I like it.
let me just take this out. We're gonna just stick with the traditional Bubsy. And what is it? I thought it was a reference. Okay, I thought the name of it was a reference to like Metallica or something like that. Oh my lord. Okay, anyways. Alright, time for the final world of this game. Yeah, I'm actually getting through this even faster than I thought. But I am seeing something deliciously delightful over that way. We're gonna have to go the long way. Oh, man. Fine. This is where the game starts to get a little bit more difficult. Say a little bit more difficult, but it's not that bad. Holy crap. Be careful. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And then we gotta go back the whole way, which is not so fun, but yeah. Man, it kind of sucks because I've kind of exercised everything I want to talk about. Oh no. I'll take it easy for a moment. No. I don't think there's anything else this way. Alright. Oh yeah, okay, I should have mentioned this. If you can't tell, based on like some of the coloring and all that stuff, this is definitely like, I'm assuming... Okay, that was a fail. This is actually, I think it's supposed to be a reference to Atari. Because like we got all of these like our like video cables are running past, not right now, but earlier we did. And so like the computer chips and all that stuff. In fact, actually this stuff up here. What? Wow, I was gonna try to... Look at this. Computers. Look at this. They're just living inside of PCs. Isn't that kind of funny? I don't know. Imagine living inside of one of those. I don't know. Do you remember hearing that one story? I don't like thinking about it, but there was that one story I heard a long time ago that apparently someone's Wii U had like a... There was like a nest, like a full-on... Apparently the system was like defective, but apparently... Find all the pieces. What pieces? Oh, crap. I haven't done this before, actually, so... It's time to get my gaming skills, my gamer dude skills. Let's see, one over there. But apparently someone's Wii U was like defective, and then they opened it up to find this nest of like spiders. Oh my god, I cannot explain you how scary that must have been. Like, oh, wow. Alright, awesome. Can I at least... Okay. It's all the way there. Wow! I am finishing this. If you can hear that, that's actually the air conditioner right now. Okay. Yes! Thank you. I don't really need it, but, you know, it's nice to have all the same. Success. Oh, fudge. Oh, my lord. See, this is what I meant. The game is starting to get a little bit harder now, but... No, it's not a big deal. But, yeah, I would be scared if there was, like, a fucking nest of, like, shit in my... Like, I'm already scared of insects. Actually, like, earlier this week, there's actually a hornet. I think it was a hornet. Or it was some, like, bigger bee. Not a bumblebee. But it got into our fucking house. And because we have, like, those bug nets on the windows, it's like, you can't just shove it back outside. Jesus Christ. And if you guys don't know, I have a massive fear of insects. I am very... I don't like insects. I can deal with small ones, but I cannot deal with big ones. Like house millipedes. I can't deal with it. Oh my god. And then it's like this hornet. I had to literally I took a shoe, I was like, I have to kill it. There's no other option. And it's just me around, so it's just like, well shit. Because my mom went out to do stuff and it's just like, well, I am the man of the house. I gotta do something. So I kill it. But it was still not fun to do that, though. But, yeah, I don't like insects. And honestly, I don't want them in my stuff. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, well, bees are, like, technically... I don't remember. It wasn't like Spider-Man 2 or something like that. They were like the game, I mean, and there was like that one part where they were like, well, actually, like bees are like endangered species and all that bullshit. Like, Sure, buddy. Now, have I ever been stung by a bee before? I'm actually think I was, because last year, because there was this thing I had to do for my school where we had to go, like, we had this thing where we were outside. This is actually when I streamed the open network test for Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I streamed that later in the day, but oh, this part's actually pretty difficult. Okay, this part might take me a couple tries, actually, because this part actually took me multiple tries my first time, so might take me multiple attempts. But I remember there was at some point during the day, like, it wasn't very long, but we were outside and all that jazz. And then I randomly feel this absolutely sharp pain in my finger. Like I never had felt that kind of pain before. And I was like, oh my God. I like, and like, it was one of those things where I wasn't with anybody else that when this was happening. I mean, there was like 1,000 students, but it's like, I wasn't with anyone in particular. Dude, oh my God, it was some excruciating pain, and it's like, I'm not gonna, like, scream or anything like that out in, like, this, like, school thing, like, you know? And when it happened, I flung my finger, and I'm pretty positive a bee had landed on it, because it was awful. Oh my God, it was really sharp pain, and the worst thing about it is that you can't look like, I couldn't look like no bitch in front of everybody, even though I don't know these people. Like, I can't be looking like a pussy, like what I'm playing as right now, in front of everybody. It was not great. Oh, shit. This is... Okay. I'm gonna have to aim as far up as I can. Jesus. Also, the aiming with the cannons is kind of annoying, too, but... we still beat it, at least. But man, that was painful, honestly. And there was another time where I was out with my parents for an outdoor dinner. We were at like this place, like we were out at like this like outdoor restaurant, and these fucking bees. Oh my God, they keep swirling around me. Like, they don't swirl around me for like a minute or two and then buzz off. No, insects, they love me. They love me so much. They sat around me the whole time. And there was even a point where the bees were literally trying to get themselves inside of the straw for my drink. Oh my Lord. I eventually just ran inside. Like, I ran inside to the bathroom just to avoid those things. It was awful. It's part of the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant every now and then having to eat outside. Because, well, not because I'm scared of going outside, but because I don't like insects. I don't like when they like me in particular, and I always forget to have bug spray on me as well. Like, this was actually not even that long ago, when I went to one of my cousin's high school graduation parties. I went to my grandmother's place, and it was really shitty because my computer wouldn't work with the internet that was there for some reason. Like, anytime I would use the internet on my computer, like, it just stopped working for some reason. It was really weird. But it was only there because, I mean, it works fine right now. So I don't know what the hell was going on with that. And I lost all of it. That's real great. But, and I was like, okay, well, I'll go outside. Why? Fine. Oh my God, why isn't this a proper 3D section? Okay, beautiful. And it's actually two of them, so it makes it a little bit better. Oh, shit. Okay, I should probably just sit this way. But, my goodness. And I was just going on a walk where my grandma's place is. And Jesus Christ, the amount of gnats in the air was ridiculous. You could not go a minute without shit flying right in your face. Oh my god, that was so annoying. I hate insects. I'm sorry. I know some people are like, oh well, they're beneficial to the environment, like and support insect rights. Fuck that. No. Insects are vessels of the devil. They're awful. I'm gonna just go this way. Like, I just can't stand them. What the? Oh, wow. Look at all that crap, man. Like, how much shit is... You know what all that shit is that it's pooping out? It's literally all of Bubsy's previous games. Okay, that isn't gonna work. Okay, thank God it locked on properly. Oh, very close indeed. Close. Close one indeed, Tyler. Damn you. Then just speed right through this section. This is kind of cool. I love how fast you are in this game. Honestly, I'm just going to be honest. I wish Sonic games were like this. Jesus, it's like you gotta do that crap. Like, those cannons do not launch you far enough. Alright, we need to move a little bit faster, though. Alright, another one of these that I don't need, but I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. We'll take it. Uh-oh.
T-pose, baby.
What? Wow! You know what? I'm just gonna do this. We'll just do that so that way we can just get ourselves full health. Jeez, that is the reason we are not doing the fucking 9 lives thing. Like, no, thank you. I do not feel like doing that. I mean, I know the game isn't that long, but it's like, still, I'm not doing that. Holy crap. Wait, hold up. Let's see if we can get some more air. No, that didn't really work the way I wanted it to. There we go. I wonder if there's actually a way. I just say this. Oh, oh my God, that was so close. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's actually a way to play through this entire game without collecting any of those like wool things. Because that'd be kind of cool if you could do that. Like, I don't know, like, I mean, they clearly designed the game in a way that's like, okay, you can clearly like speed run through some stuff. Alright, we hit 100. That's fine with me. This isn't too bad, though. I don't know, it's more that the previous stage took me some effort. Like, and to be fair, this game isn't hard at all. I mean, I haven't really been raging at all. I may on the final boss because it's not that it's hard. It's just that I'm just shitty at it. And that's it. Ugh. I gotta keep stretching, man. I do also love the banter in this game as well.
Hey, Bubsy. Now, go next, I wonder.
What is this? Black Rain. What is this all about? Huh. It's ominous. But it's not going to stop us from going. I mean, it's not going to stop us from having fun. I mean, what the hell? I love when you can get that speed. Oh, this is the tower level, and they block that. You may have seen. Oh shoot! Oh man. You may have seen that pipe. Our little children are blocking that fucking thing, so we can't actually use it. Which is really annoying. Oh, so close. You know what, though? It is really nice to actually play a game where I can actually, like, properly commentate and, you know, not get too mad. Because, I mean, I understand, like, I know, don't get me wrong, I like the whole, like, oh, man, like, I get mad when I play this stuff. But it is also really nice to actually just, like, chill out as well. Even though I was definitely not chill earlier when I was, talking about the Nintendo Direct, but I'm done talking about it. I've talked enough about it. I think enough people know my thoughts on it. Not gonna go any further. Oh snap! It's like Toho. We gotta go get them Graze bullets, man. I need to stop. I really need to stop. Jesus Christ. Pretty sure people can tell that's my new obsession. Like, first it was Sonic, then it was Sailor Moon, and now it's Toho. Alright, let's get some of that Graze. Yeah! Oh man. Oh crap. Alright, dodge that. Alright. You know what's actually really funny though about this game is that, you know, the first time I actually played this game was not playing it on here, but it was at Midwest Gaming Classic. They actually had like an entire booth for this game, which was very funny. Like they even had one of those like big stand sort of things. It was so funny. Like, and if you guys don't know, MGC or Midwest Gaming Classic is this gaming convention that's near me where I live. Oh wow, that was a very quick stage. And at that convention, they actually had this game in like a booth, and they had like one of those really tall like stand sort of things. It was like really cool and funny because, you know, my boy Jackson loves these games, so it's like, you know, we obviously had to play it because, you know, he wanted to play a lot. I'm just kidding. if he knew what I was saying in these streams about him, I don't know if we'd be friends anymore. I'm just kidding when I say that, but still, I need to calm down a little bit. More importantly, get these things. But it was actually quite cool though, because that was where I realized, like, holy shit, the like control is actually like really good for this game. Okay, this stage, from what I remember, is a little bit more difficult because there's a certain part where you speed up a lot. You know, you already probably noticed these speeding panels, but there's some later that are way more annoying. There we go.
Surely we'll fix
Got that. Please don't. Take that. Did I not get them? I did get them. Look at him. Look how dopey he is. Also, I should mention that on Switch 2, the game does work very well in, this isn't gonna work. Oh, God! Oh, no! Oh, man. I was gonna say that on the Switch 2 version of the game actually looks really good in, handheld mode, too, so that's good. Alright, this right here I think is the part that tripped me up. But we'll see how we fare. Okay, let's go this way first. Good idea, because that's where we can get that. And then I'm not going to go for those. Actually, I lied. I'm going to go for them because I can do that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, the butt clenching is real. Oh, man. Okay. Look at... What the hell is that? Okay, can I... Okay, why does the game do that there? For some reason, on those platforms in particular... What... Oh my god, I only have one hit left too. Really? Come on, don't fucking... Thank God. I was a little bit worried I would die there, and I was like, man, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. And I do not like those things. I'm not gonna go for those. But I will go for that silver. Nice. Nice. We're doing well. Oh my lord. Of course. Of fucking course. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Then we can just keep moving along.
You know, it's oddly convenient how there's a golden fleece at the end of the path every single time.
Yes! Oh my lord. Whew! Oh, I'm sexy! Oh, we're doing it! Alright. Well,
So, where are we going next?
let's just go for it. It's the last stage. It's the last stage, so let's go for it. Let's see. It's a lot of areas to roam around. So, do that first and get all these. Get all these points. Oh goodness! Oh my lord! What the? Really? 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 Sorry I went silent for a moment there. Sometimes I'm just talking a little too much and it kind of hurts a little bit to talk sometimes. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt that much, but it's like still, it's just like, you know, need to calm down a little bit. I'm gonna just move on. Alright, let's... I'm not wasting my time. Let's actually get into the last stretch before the big fight. Okay. It's not a whole lot left, so it's like, you know, got a little stretch left before we hit the final. Oh my god, why didn't you lock on? That's one thing I don't like.
Hey, twerps.
Back at the beginning of the stage. Thankfully, it does save all the collectibles you get, but at the same time, it's like, man, that's a kick to the fucking balls.
T-pose, baby.
Jesus Christ. Why didn't it not lock on the first time? Oh, this is it. This is it right here. Final boss time.
This weird thing.
Uh-oh. Uh,
Let's get 'em.
Ow. I'm here.
Let's begin.
Alright, it is time for the final boss against all of these baboos, guys. Thingamabobs, I don't know, whatever. This boss fight is a little bit difficult because it does go on for a very long time. Just stay on the ground whenever those missiles launch at you. Just be mindful of whatever ground is disappearing, so that way you know what to do. Also be very aware of all the lasers going across this, the arena.
Bobby, deal with this filthy thing.
My turn, loser.
My annoyance has no bounds.
Just keep dodging. Now eventually,
My perfect aim.
he's gonna jump in here, and then just hit him just like that.
How dare you touch me? Try evading this.
Just keep it going.
Nothing organic can stand up to
Uh-oh, be careful.
superior robotics.
Because you don't want to be in the air when those things are going off, and you don't want to fall either.
Bartholomew, get your hooves dirty. My annoyance has no bounds.
Alright.
I have to do everything myself.
He's about to teleport back in here. And then he'll just go right there, and then just go right there. And then we got one more hit.
Try evading this.
Alright, now is where it's going to get really annoying, because he's going to fire a bunch of those. And the floors are going to be disappearing a lot faster.
Nothing organic can stand up to my superior robotics.
My turn, loser.
Alright, they're going to both start doing this crap, so make sure to dodge out of the way.
Bro, stop moving.
Do I have to do everything? My
Okay, he's going to do this, and then guess what? There we go. Never mind, it was pretty easy.
How could someone like you
Bleeds me.
Oh my god.
hate you?
Welp. Weirdos, alright. Alright. There we go. Nice. Oh, and a nice clean 69, too. Oh, I like that. Of course.
I'm exhausted. I've got cramps in places I didn't even know existed.
Gross. You did well.
I knew it. I knew you'd say my name right at the end. Would a hug be pushing it? Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Uncles made things awkward again.
That's Bubsy.
And that's it for Bubsy 4D. Wow. Oh man. I can't believe it only took me an hour and 45. I was actually expecting 3 hours to beat this, but no, I actually was able to get through relatively efficiently. I mean, I played the game before, so I just didn't know what to do. But yeah, I've pretty much talked about. See, look at that, Vinny from Vine Sauce, and then Jim Kidikarus. Yeah, they did some voicing in this game, which is really crazy. But yeah, I've already kind of, I think I've pretty much made it very clear what I think of the game. Really solid game. I'm glad it's so good. I mean, obviously, I think the game could be longer, but that's really my only major complaint. I mean, I mentioned the thing with the targeting, but it's not really that bad, honestly. And it's a minor complaint. It would be really cool to see DLC levels. I think that'd be really cool. Maybe they will do that. It depends on how well this game does. Hopefully, maybe it can even get a sequel. We could see Bubsy 5D. That'd be kind of cool if it's just like a sequel to this. Like, it's really cool that, you know, Bubsy is an IP that's had a very bad history. Like, none of the games before this were really that great, in all honesty. Even the best ones were just kind of whatever. But to actually have a good Bubsy game is really nice. I think it's really cool. And it's really, I think that the developers of this game did a very good job of it. I think you got something here. This is something that I think is like, it's like a Sonic team should look in this game so they can know how to make a fast Sonic game that's fun. I'm just saying. But anyways, I really enjoyed my time with it. And if you guys haven't played this game yourselves, I would really recommend getting it and playing it. It's not a very expensive game, and trust me, it's worth it. But, yeah. Oh, it was a... I'm sorry, I'm yawning so much. Jesus, I've been up for a while. With the Nintendo Direct and all that, but yeah. This was a really fun time. Yeah. I don't really have much else to say. So, honestly... I know John Cartwright, actually. 'Cause he's like a game reviewer and stuff like that. But, yeah, let's see what our percentage is. It's probably like at 60% or so. Oh my lord. It's at 80%. It literally got more percentage completed done on this save file than my original save file. That is hilarious. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for today's live stream. So thank you all for watching, whether you're watching on Twitch or on the VOD channel on YouTube. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Super Mario 3D World Part 2. I'm going to be hopefully finishing that game out with Jackson the Jackson. Thursday, I'm going to have Persona 5 Royal, part whatever I'm on. And, yeah, I want to do a lot of streams, and I'm hopefully going to stay more on track with it. Especially once my YouTube work starts to wind down a little bit. Once I get my next Iceberg video finished, it'll be really nice to have a little more time. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, and take care, everybody.